Hello, Prof. Bo. Today we'll be presenting our AI framework for UBS, which is for Team 6, comprising of Zheng Hao, Genevieve, Gordon, Austin, and Vizu. So a brief outline of what we'll be discussing today. First, we'll be going through an introduction to UBS and AI, followed by looking at what UBS has been doing in the AI space, what other banks have been doing in the AI space, and finally coming up with a recommendation we would want UBS to work on, and a breakdown of the AI model and how it's supposed to work. So a brief introduction to UBS. We are the largest Swiss bank with more than 150 years of history, employing over 70,000 people across the globe, across 50 countries. And recently, we just reported that we had 1.1 trillion in total assets under management and 4.5 trillion in assets under management for 2021. So a brief introduction into AI. So AI actually first started as an academic discipline back in 1956 and has since evolved to permeate every part of our lives. The most familiar uses that we look at AI in our current lives will be through recommendation systems that are very common in apps such as YouTube and Netflix. And the future of AI can be seen in the understanding of human speech through apps such as Siri or self-driving cars such as Tesla. So now I'll pass my time to Gordon, who will share more about what UBS is doing in the AI space.
Okay, thank you, Zheng Hao. So what is UBS doing right now? So from our research, okay, we came up with three main things that UBS has been doing for the AI sectors. Next. So the first one would be the UBS Virtual Financial Assistant. So UBS actually partnered with IBM and Digital Humans to create a virtual financial assistant for its customers and client advisors. Okay, under this project, there were actually two distinct virtual assistants created, Finn and Daniel. So according to IBM, Finn is able to assist clients to request new credit card and will automatically send the request and cancel the customer's current card if need be. Daniel, on the other hand, is able to answer questions about markets and even timing to invest based on historical data. So the picture on the right showcases the whole work in progress of Daniel himself. Yep, next. Then on the other hand, we also have UBS Okra. UBS Okra is an internal solution to help its employee execute foreign exchange transactions quickly. The bank software would decide the best digital channel to execute foreign exchange deals. By doing so, it helps UBS to save time and also cut costs. At the same time, UBS Okra is able to provide price estimates for each transactions, trade channel optimizations, as well as trade visibility for clients. Next. UBS also partnered with Avito to develop an NLP-enabled search engine for their various banking services. This cognitive search engine is able to understand various search terms, various business search terms, and with the main goal of unifying enterprise data and also to provide proactive insights based on the results surfaced from the cognitive search solutions. Next, I'll pass on the time to Jen.
Right, now we'll look at what other banks are doing in specific Standard Chartered. So first of all, some of the current AI pilots that Standard Chartered have include credit models, fraud detection, financial crime prevention, as well as cyber threat detection. While these are not new, these are actually goes to show how immersive the AI technology already is in the banking industry. In addition, Standard Chartered also has their own in-house trade engine, which reduces the time needed to review and process paper-based trade documents by 10%. So this is done by working with IBM to feed over a year's worth of trade finance data to the machine learning system for it to learn the data. The staff has also made necessary corrections to the machine to help it learn and correct itself over time. At launch, it was reported to have an accuracy of 60%, with hopes that it will be increased to 90% over time. Next. The second project that Standard Chartered is working on is SmartBot. So SmartBot is actually a chatbot for internal users that integrates disparate data sources and gets analytics insights to end users. So users will simply need to key in what they're searching for, and SmartBot will be able to provide these insights to the end users. So some users of this are such as the sales team being able to find and identify new revenue opportunities and leads, while operations team can use it to increase their operational efficiency. Users can also save any insights that they have been provided by SmartBot. Next would be the use of customer data sharing through APIs, as well as their partnership with Kura to mitigate unjust biases. So for customer data sharing, Standard Chartered aims to make information sharing accessible and possible so that the banking services may benefit from this, because it continues to drive and improve machine learning models. In fact, feedback from the staff have also shared that they are slowly moving away from mundane work and churning out all these value-added works and using their capabilities to analyze data better and ensure that there are no problems with things such as due diligence checks. Of course, the partnership with Kura helps them to improve quality and trust of their decision-making model by working to remove unjust biases, especially in credit decision models. So this is because machine learning models are built using complex automated algorithms and can act like black box at times. This makes it hard for data scientists to actually explain how decisions are made using machine learning models, and validating a model's effectiveness can take a while. Hence, working with Kura will help Standard Chartered to actually allow the bank to build a stronger and more sustainable business while giving customers more confidence in the fairness of their data-driven processes and outcomes by providing transparency and explainability in their AI-based decision making. Next. Last but not least, Standard Chartered is using AI to improve client experience through the automation and optimization of certain processes to improve client experience. Standard Chartered announced that it had partnered with Instabase to actually automate and optimize client onboarding, credit documentation, as well as know your client processes. For client onboarding, it used to be a large manual process where there was a lot of work needed to be done by staff, including know your client checks. So with this new automation, client onboarding is actually reduced from 41 days to 8 days since 2015, and it continues to fall as the system gets better and better. For client offering, Standard Chartered is able to provide accelerated lending to SMEs, reducing turnover times as well as human errors. So with this new solution, the operations team no longer needs to perform any risk calculations from the SME bank statements, as this can all be done manually, as this can all be done automatically. Now I'll pass on the time to talk about what UBS can do in the AI space.
Okay, so what can UBS do in the AI space, considering that UBS and even other competitors are outdunning or even like doing a lot more than what they can do? So we are actually proposing for UBS to consider an AI technology which will generate a portfolio that's fully customized to the client's needs and objectives. This software will consider key factors such as age, answers from investors' profile questionnaire, known as IPQ, UBS house view, and even keywords from CA's conversation with the clients to conduct analysis for the client to generate a profile that is customized to the client itself. Next. So what are some of the benefits of this AI-generated portfolio? The benefits for developing such a system is that CAs can cross-check to see if their plans for clients are in line with CIO house views, and also what the client really wants. In addition, these AI-generated portfolios can help CAs and the bank to cut down on the time to prepare and improve profits, as CAs are freed up to either look for more clients or tweak the generated portfolio such that it can bring value to the bank and client. In addition, this tool may be used for the training of new CAs. Such tools can also reduce human emotions and biases when CAs are planning, which is helpful for the client themselves. Such a tool will also provide time saving for portfolio advisors, as they're able to save time from devising a portfolio from scratch for clients. And then they can use the save time to invest their time to value add to clients' portfolio by providing the necessary tweaks and alternative to the base suggestions. It is also hoped that this tool can be integrated with existing UBS tools such as the virtual assistant Daniel, and even the cognitive search system that UBS has when CAs are meeting with clients. The integration of all the system meant that CAs are able to engage the clients and also be able to instantly answer any burning questions that clients may have. Next. Okay, so what are some of the external benefits for having such a portfolio system? The benefit is that clients can actually get a portfolio that is planned for their needs and objectives. Such portfolios can greatly reduce waiting time to ensure a better client experience. Rather than having these dedicated CAs bogged down by the time-consuming task of running the figures and creating the portfolios, this technology can allow the CAs to fully focus on areas where they are able to add values to the client and fine-tune the services that they provide. For the client, this means an extremely tailored portfolio which meets their needs. We are of the belief that the client will greatly benefit from this added value in the client service department. Next, I'll pass on the time to Austin.
All right, thank you. So basically, I'll be just going through the AI model outline. The model we chose would be the decision tree. The decision tree is used to arrive at a conclusion based on the data from past clients. It's a simple, efficient, and extremely popular model, and it works by dividing the data into smaller portions resembling the structure of a tree. So the first thing we got to do is get the client interest, and it could mean from what they like in terms of the UBS products, and this will be offered to train the algo as well. So from there, we will take the raw data and we'll apply ontology, which is the formal naming and definition of the types, properties, and interrelationships of the entities that really all fundamentally exist for a particular domain of discourse. So this allows the AI to communicate through the use of common language and efficient data labeling. We'll use the information gathered from the portfolio managers as well as common errors faced by them to train and test the model. The example would be with Mr. Chandra would be interested in stocks traded on SGX, or New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and he would also like to go into commodities like gold and silver. Based on this client interest, our PAs will be able to add this to the AI model, which will populate Mr. Chandra's portfolio while also narrowing down possible future industries verticals that he might be interested in as well. So this would be very beneficial for our CAs, as it would be a sharp increase of speed of execution, and it will also reduce compliance checks. But with that, that's the end of our presentation, and thank you.